All right. So after you get everything set up, now it's time to look for properties. Okay. So the first things first, you want to go to the county's website in order to be able to search for properties first. Okay. So each county has a county website to where you can do this. So what you do is type in Hillsborough County property search. I already have it up here. All right. So let it load up. And it's basically gonna take you to the appraiser, the property appraiser. Um, so yeah, Hillsborough County Property Appraiser Property Search. This is where you want to go. All right, you click that. Every county that you're going to come across has a property appraiser, and they have that search tool, so where you can find the owners of the house. Okay, so just little as a little heads up. So whether it's Orange County, Polk County, whatever. After you've done your homework, after you set up your Google Sheets, go to the Hillsborough County Property Appraiser or whatever, the Orange County Property Appraiser, the Volusia County Property Appraiser, whatever county you're looking up. And right now, you'll be able to look up the owner's addresses. Now it'll make sense in a second because right now we're doing rentals. Okay, cool. So now you're at the property appraiser. Very important. You're basically gonna live on this page for a while. Okay, so after you do that, you want to open a new tab and go to Zillow. Okay, so you're gonna go to Zillow. Zillow is basically where we're gonna get most of our leads, if not all of our leads. So you'll see. So after you go to Zillow, what you're gonna type in is just Hillsborough County, Florida. Okay, this is where we can get all our leads from. So after you do that, usually when you log into the website like this, it's gonna look like this. All right, it's gonna have a bunch of colors: red dots, purple dots, blue dots. It'll show you in a second. 1 second. All right. So usually this is what the screen looks like. Okay. So um when you walk into the Zillow or whatever, what you want to do first thing you want to do, you want to uncheck all these buttons. Okay. Only button you want to have open right now is for rent. So uncheck potential listings, uncheck this. Okay. So to do that, click done, whatever, all that good stuff. Okay, so after you do that, you want to go to price. Because we're looking, and just as a heads up, we want to look for nice homes. We don't want to look for raggedy looking homes or anything like that. We're looking for nice looking homes. Okay, so the median rent price, let's keep it at about 1,200 a month, like we discussed earlier. The max rent price, let's keep it at about 1,800. Okay, because we know that the rental price around here is around 1,700 a month. But I'm not against having properties under that, under rent, as long as it looks good. Okay, so bed, we're only looking for 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom houses. So no 1 bed, 1 bath, nothing like that. So click 3 bedroom here. This has to be three. So right now we're looking for houses for rent around 1,200 to 1,800 a month. 3 bedrooms. The home type, we only want houses. We don't want apartments. We don't want townhomes. We don't want condos. Click done. We're almost done. Hope I haven't lost you yet. So after you do that, let's see. So now we have this, that, this, houses. Okay, more. And that's it. Okay, so now that's what we do here. Okay, you would go to, let's just say, a house. You would click on the house. You'll make sure it's a nice house first. Okay, so first things first, you make sure it's a nice house, and it's within our budget. Well, with our range. See, this house is about $1,400 a month. That's perfect. Because remember, we're only getting addresses of houses that are from $1,200 to $1,800 a month. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if it's a nice looking house. Looks okay. So what you'll do, you'll copy this address here. You'll copy this address here. Once you realize, oh, also, big note, big note. Make sure the houses, if it's a 3-bed, 2-bath, make sure you look at the houses that are not anything less than around 1,300 to 1,400 square feet. We don't want a 3-bed, 2-bath house that's like 1,000 square feet. That's small over here. Okay, so I'll type that in your notes. Cool. So we're gonna take the address here, bring it over here, and you're gonna paste it right here. So we took that. So just as a heads up, we took the address from Zillow. We take it and we're pasting it here in the property search tool. Okay. So click the search tool, click search. Now, once you do that, you're going to get the name of the owner, who they are, property address, all that good stuff. So you're going to click here. And this is where you're going to get your information to where you're going to put it in the spreadsheet. Okay. So now I see that, okay. So let's use the top name. All right. So name, Eric Maxwell. I'm taking it here. I'm gonna go back to my Google Sheet now. I'm gonna type in first name. First name is Eric. Eric. Last name Maxwell. Okay, so where are they living? What's their mailing address? Their mailing address is 823 Windmark Place. So I'm gonna copy that here. So that's their mailing address. Okay, then you come back. Lithia Springs, Georgia. Okay, so this is the city. Mailing city. Lithia Springs. Mailing state. Make sure you type it out. G-O-O-G. All right. Mailing state, Georgia. And mailing zip code is right here. Just the first half. All right, ignore the second half, just first half. So this is mailing zip code. All right. Back here. Now, what is the site address? This is what we got off of Zillow. So site address is right here, 9801. So property address and site address are the same thing. All right. Tampa. Tampa. Tampa, Florida. Right, Tampa, Florida. All right, and for whatever reason, there's no zip code here. So what I'll do in this case is I'll go back to Zillow. I'll go back to Zillow. Let's say we can't find it. Let's say we can't find a zip code, because usually the zip code, the county records will have the zip codes. but nothing's perfect. So I guess they don't have the zip codes today. So I'll show you how to get the zip code, because you need all of those slot filled before we can move on. All right. So if you can't find the zip code, all you gotta do is type the address in here, or paste the address in here. Oh, no, sorry. Now again, this is only if you can't find the zip code. Most times you will find the zip code. There you go. 33637. Bam. So if you can't find the zip code on the property appraiser, just type it back in here, you'll find it. So 33637. 33637. Bam, and that's it. Now you have all your information. You have the first name, last name, mailing address, mailing city, mailing state, mailing zip code, property address, property city, property state, property zip code. Now, here's the situation. Sometimes you might type in information and it may not pop up the way you want it to. Okay, here's something I want you to watch out for. This is an address. I use an example. Okay, so let's just say you're on Zillow. Okay, you're on Zillow. You find a good house. The house looks good. You find a good house on Zillow. Okay, if it's the criteria. So if it's criteria, everything's great. Oh, no mobile homes. No mobile homes. These are like, if the house looks ugly like this, you don't want to use this. So let's just say you got a good house, all right? Okay. And you get the address, and you go back here, and you type in this, and you click the address, you click search. One second, it's going slower than I thought it would go. Come on. And then let's say that you're looking for the name, and the name looks like a business name. It says LLC, pre-owned home LLC. Don't and do not get properties that don't have like real names. So right here, this is a company owned property. Okay, see, Beezer pre-owned home. That's a company. LLC, that's a company. Okay, so if it's a company, then move on. That's what we call corporate houses. If it's a corporate house, then you don't want to waste your time with it because someone has it as an investment property. So only whenever you search for the name of the owner of the house and it pops up like something like this or anything like LLC, home buyers LLC, blah 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 blah. If it is not a first name, last name, then don't use it. Only do houses that have the first name, last name, not this nonsense. And this concludes the training for our rental. This concludes our rental training.